Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. The weather has finally cooperated, and today we're coagulating at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cuisine at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Texas, I-10 and 99, the Grand Parkway. Coming up, we have the man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stan Holt, the founder of Lupe Tortilla. It's a rare appearance, but he's here and he's going to talk to us. What he's going to talk to us about, we never know, so stay tuned.
That's why we got the cops here.
Yeah, that's right. And anyway, Jeff also has the Motor Minute if we've got time for it. If not, well, okay.
It's just indie.
Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin, Transmitter Madman, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. Thank you all for being part of our show today. Stan Holt started this thing. Well, when he started Lupe Tortilla, but actually his passion for automotive stuff dates back to high school or before that?
High school.
High school, yeah.
High school.
And you were telling me that back in the day, you had a car very similar. Identical to this. Well, not
identical.
It was identical
In every way.
Really. Even the hood vents and stuff.
Well, you can't have hood vents in Texas.
You can't.
It rains here.
Oh,
you heard
that.
Before we get started, though, having Officer Woodward just reminds me of a story. You remember the show America's Most Wanted?
Yes.
Yeah. When I see all these people here today, this guy was riding a bus from Vegas to L.A., and the bus stopped for a potty stop. And the guy went to the payphone, and he called America's Most Wanted. He said, "I've got him." I said, "Who?" "All of them." Like here today.
Good.
Yeah.
I like
that
it.
was good.
Well, I have to tell you that I don't believe that there's ever been a Tailpipes and Tacos quite as successful as this one has been.
The first one. Maybe not this big.
I think that this outdid the first one.
I think it's the new glasses.
It is. It's the new glasses.
That's
How many did you estimate maybe that have showed up today?
I don't know. But
150.
150.
Yeah, that's good.
I have from an authority.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. I'll go with that because it overflowed into the parking lot next door.
They were concerned about that.
Who was?
They were?
Yeah.
They were?
They're over it.
Are they?
They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're over it.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Uh-huh. So I know that we've discussed this before, but it's been a couple of years, and I wanted to, in an abbreviated version, ask you about the beginning of the Lupe Tortilla at the original store there on Stafford Street at I-10 and Highway 6. And what year was that, Stan? 83?
December 9th, 83.
83, yeah. And it was a little bitty house amongst other houses that were in that little cluster out there.
And
Charlie's Hamburgers, I think, was behind you.
Letitia Township, it was called.
Really? I did not know it had a name.
Yeah, and that house next door that ultimately became my office was the post office.
That's right.
Letitia.
Letitia, Texas?
Letitia, Texas. It's called Letitia Township.
Letitia Township.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
We were out there by ourselves, just us and British Petroleum.
I know. Well, all I can think of is the way that Houston has progressed and grown over the years. I remember going before Lupe Tortilla was there and going out to Charlie's Hamburgers. At least I think that was Charlie's Hamburgers.
It was the original Charlie's was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a little house. And I don't think the pub was there.
The pub was a dress shop.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it was called. Is this microphone close enough?
Yeah.
It was called Damsel in Distress.
In distress.
You shopped there. I remember.
Yes, I was.
He was the damsel.
I wasn't looking for the dresses. I was looking for those red pumps. But that's another story.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so 83. What did you do? Did you lease the building or rent the building?
I did. I owned the restaurant behind it.
Grass and the Grasshopper.
And the Grasshopper, which was called W.T. Holt's. We sold barbecue and cheap steaks. And it did okay. It was like $1 million a year restaurant. I left a really lucrative corporate job and just jumped off into the restaurant business. And I had this idea when my mom and my stepmom and my father lived in Houston. And my mom and stepdad, we Southern California. So in the summers, I would spend summers here. And they always had some little Mexican restaurant in a frame house someplace.
Yes.
They would
back
go
in the day.
and homemade, fresh. And so that's the image I had in my mind. And my stepdad had this name, Lupe Tortillas. He had a person that worked for him named Lupe, and he called her Lupe Tortilla.
Right.
That's where the name came from. Anyway, so I had this idea, this concept in my mind, and the ant and the grasshopper had moved from the big building where I was into the small building. And I think their best month was $16,000. They were there for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's a bad Thursday now.
Yeah.
So I'm bragging. But anyway, my landlord, which Charles Walden, who owned Charlie's Hamburgers, came to me and said he knew about my Lupe idea. He said, how would you like to put your Lupe idea in that house? They want out. And you can have it knives, forks, plates, lettuce, and a walk-in cooler.
Wow.
I said, well, I need more time than that. So I spent about 6 months studying Mexican food in San Antonio primarily. And some of the famous ones here in Houston. Dono Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Merida. Some of the Fulton area ones. And came up with 18 items. And my concept was we'll have a traditional Tex-Mex items, but I want to have 4 or 5 things you can't get any place but here. Poblano chicken and soft chicken tacos. And fajitas were kind of an afterthought because it was only Merida and Dono Rocky doing fajitas. And then, of course, La Margarita in San Antonio. And that's where I stole the presentation from, not the recipe, but it was actually a place called United Meat Market. They sold the plates, the wooden platters and the steel platters
Yep.
for fajitas. I went there to buy them, and there was a Mexican gentleman in his 90s. And I won't tell you the lengthy story, but before I left, he wrote the recipe on a matchbook cover and gave it to me for the fajita marinade. Who cares? And so we came back, and I work with it, and I kind of fashioned myself as a cook, you know. And so there's a little too much salt, not enough pepper. We tweaked it here and there, but it's basically his recipe, and he deserves the credit for it. And I had no idea what a huge success. So that was a gift to the fajita recipe,
Yep.
which we've ultimately become famous for. Surprised he hasn't looked me up for royalties.
I don't. Do you think at 90 back then, what would he be? 130 now?
Well, let's see. I was 9 when I opened the.
Yeah. Exactly.
So going back, and we opened. It had 50 seats, and
Because it was the original house.
It was the original house.
And when I take anybody there, I said, you see the facade of the house. That's the house. Everything around it's been added on.
Just kept wrapping porches around
Yep.
it as we needed the seating. And it opened, the day it opened, December 9th at 11 o'clock, there was a line down the sidewalk and to the left.
Wow.
And I was in the kitchen cooking, and one of the young ladies, managers, front of the house, Mr. Holt, you need to come out and look. You need to come see this. Do I look like I have time to come see anything? Get ready to open, 10 minutes. No, you need to come see this. So there was a line out the door, and it's never gone away. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn my back on you. Never gone away. And it became kind of a cult restaurant.
Yes.
And I remember Judd coming in. I was in the kitchen and just doing the best we could to get this food out. And so many people, the wait had gone to an hour and a half, then 2 hours, and just to ridiculousness. And Judd came running and he said, Dad, what does a Mercedes this series cost? I said, I don't know. I gave him a number. What does this cost, this BMW such and such? I said, I don't know. I'm busy here. About this much. He kept coming back. I said, John, I'm too busy for this. I'm almost done. The second largest demographic coming to Lupe's was West University.
Yeah.
They were driving all the way from West University. He said, there's roughly $35 million worth of cars in the parking lot. What are you talking about? It's just full of Mercedes and Bentleys and
BMW. Yeah.
BMWs. That's really. So I went out to see it. And we had a gravel parking lot, which I wouldn't drive my own cars in, you know. Any rate, that's its humble beginnings. Gregorio Yanez is still with me.
Works a couple days a week.
Couple days a week, whatever he wants to. I retired him, sent him home. He came back in 2 weeks, said, I can't do it. I said, can't do what? Stay home with her every day.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so he comes in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and you've got some employees that I know have been with you for 35 years.
Yeah, almost 40.
Yeah,
Wow.
38. Teresa's been with me 38 years.
And I was blessed to meet you in the drag racing tour when I did that. And
As a RuPaul.
yes,
Yes.
you remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
I actually, like you and the Lupe Tortilla brand, I started him in the business.
Did you?
I showed him the ropes, so to speak.
Yeah. But
You said ropes.
Ropes.
Not rope.
No,
Yeah.
In swings.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at any rate, and I met you in Las Vegas.
Meant to be.
It was meant to be, and I've been blessed ever since.
Yeah.
And it's been a good partnership. And when Stan approached me, want to have this car show, this cruise in. I'm going, well, we'll be there. You want to come? I said, yeah, let us promote it. Let's be part of it. Let's be partners in this deal. And so here we are, these many years later, and this restaurant wasn't here then.
No.
And this was boy, I tell you what, you hit the sweet spot in this one.
Oh my gosh. We never dreamed. We dare dream. It would have been egotistical to dream what this restaurant is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 32 Lupes now.
32.
32.
Did I hear that you're in Dallas now or going there?
The boys have 8 stores in the Dallas-Fort Worth area,
Wow.
and still expanding. The next one to open is in Conroe on 105. Probably there goes Peter.
Yep.
In July,
Trailered
I
out.
think, late July.
Oh, really?
But it's an American story. It really is an American dream come true. To start with nothing, I had $12,000 in the bank, loaned me $60,000, and opened the first Lupes. In fact, there's a story. A friend of mine. It was hard when I first opened. I was struggling to people, and it wasn't really making a profit. And I called this friend of mine, an investment guy, named Dennis Cohan. I said, Dennis, I need an investor. Help me get over this hump. He said, well, give me 90 days in the black, and I'll bring you some investors. If I get 90 days in the black, Dennis, you won't be able to get an appointment, much less invest. He said, boy, do I regret that conversation today. But, it's just been a lot, raising a family.
Well, you've
5
also had
kids.
a lot of really great support too. Let's not throw that aside because there's so many people that love you and will support you at anything.
No, Don, it's all on me. I did the whole thing by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, in all humility, no, I'm probably 1/10 of 1% of the success of that restaurant.
Well, I mean, somebody that comes up with the recipe and stays with it for as long as you did in that little bitty house over there. And I keep telling people, you don't have any clue. That little place out there, that little square block, it was in the middle of nowhere.
It was.
And you had to actually know about that Lupe Tortilla to get to it because it's not on the corner.
Wow.
It's on the corner of Stafford and what's the other street
Grisby.
there? And Grisby. Who knows that? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Well, when we opened Webster, we kind of hit it. It was off of the main beaten path. And,
Right.
way back. I thought, well, the original, was hard to find. And Judd, after they drove the last nail, he said, it took about 17 years to get it rolling.
Yeah. Well, that's the one on
Tender
Bay
Smith.
Area.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bay Area.
And
Boulevard.
it overcame the bad location and is doing really well.
How are things in the drag racing world? I know that you're still doing that, the sportsman thing.
We're still doing that, and it's gotten bigger and better and faster.
No.
Bigger and better and faster, and really fun story at the last race Sheila and I went to was what they call a National Open, which was in Belrose, Louisiana.
Yep.
So it's like a national event without the pros.
Yeah, and you have to know where Belrose, Louisiana is and that drag strip.
Well, about 700 or 800 racers knew where it was.
Wow.
And both Sheila and I qualified number 1 in our classes.
Cool.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
That's the first time
Yeah.
for both of us.
Yeah.
So that's
And now
Dragging
you've
point.
got Chase Murray, who is brought into he was in the drag racing fold actually from the early days as a junior dragster, and that's kind of how you met Sheila.
As was his wife.
Yeah. Oh, she was too?
Yeah, that's where they met.
I did not know that.
She's quite a bit younger, and she would admire Chase from a distance. This is his version.
Yeah.
And her wedding gift from Sheila and I was I asked her if you had a dragster, what would it be like? Oh, I want a Danny Nelson carbon fiber. Blah, 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 blah. I said, God, could you be more specific? So we built her that dragster as a wedding gift, and so she and Chase are racing together, and he's teaching her all the ropes. She bracket raced a little Love pickup, 8th mile stuff.
A Chevy Love.
Chevy Love.
Yeah.
I think it was her mom's truck. Then her mom built an old Pro Stock truck into 8th mile.
Yeah.
But it's like high 4s, low 5-second thing, 8th mile.
Yeah.
Those were great race cars. It's a shame they abandoned that class. But so that's going on. Latest race car, I'm building a 55 Chevy Tradesman. Not a Nomad. It had been a race car, but old school letter bar.
Yep.
30, 40-pound flywheel,
Old school.
Old school.
Yep.
So it's at a place called PK Racing Cars in Ohio. He builds some stunningly beautiful cars, and he's taken the body off the chassis and put a 4-link in the back and went back. You have to have the original steering and so forth, and you can't have rack and pinion. And so he's making a real race car out of it. I had a 283 and a 4-speed just sitting there brand new. So that kind of promoted. Everybody kept trying to steal it and buy it cheap. I said, no, just hang on. And I've been trying to buy this wagon for probably 10 years, and he always wanted too much for it. So I said, Jared, offer to buy it rolling. I don't want his 265 and all that
Right.
stuff. He said, well, he's got to commit to make it a race car. Everybody wants to buy it, put it on the street. And it's set just stock, like a showroom car.
Not a gasser.
I'm building a gasser. I have 3 builds going on right now. So I asked the builder. The builder said, what are you thinking? I said, I'm thinking slam to the ground and SEMA. He says, all right. So now it's, before it was sitting upright, now it's slammed to the ground. And
Tubbed.
Tubbed. And yeah, the old rear end was probably
LS. There you go. There's one right there.
Yeah, there goes a gasser right there. 5 feet wide. Now the axles are like this.
Yeah.
The rear end's there's like a foot on each side of the rear end.
Sure.
It's tub, and we're going to do it in that Destroyer. It's red now. We're going to do it in that Chrysler Destroyer gray to put on Demons, and kind of a brick red interior with the chrome slats at the head and the Nomad.
Yes.
And it'll be a Super Stock GT car, but a stick shift wheel stander. And the other build I had I don't know if you've seen it. I have a 1960 Rambler American.
Oh, my God. Last time I talked to you, you were getting ready to either buy it or just bought it.
I just bought it, and it's shaped like a bathtub. And it's at Brink Racecraft, and they're making a street gasser out of it. And it is going to be stunning.
I can't wait.
It
to
will
see
be
it.
at the next car show. They're getting close.
We need to have another one of these soon.
We do. We
Promise?
can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We should have had it this afternoon with all the cars here.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last build, I bought a 57 Ford about 5 years ago, a Fairlane 300, one-owner car. I didn't re-register it. Oh, I forgot he was here. Anyway, I left the title open, and we sent it to Louisiana to Sean Broussard. We're going to leave. He's a big LS guy. He's going to leave that in there, but airbag it and modern suspension and exhaust system and so forth, and leave the 312. It was the cheaper 57, but it had the higher horsepower engine,
Yeah.
the T-Bird engine.
Right.
And we're going to paint it that
It's an E-code,
it's
the
a
T-Bird?
no, it's a 57 Ford Fairlane.
Oh, fairly.
And we're going to paint it. It's called it's a Lexus color. It's I think it's called titanium silver. And we're going to do that with that kind of clay-colored interior in it, and
Yep.
but you'll be able to sit it on the ground, and everything's been re-chromed, and it's going to be a spectacular car.
Thanks for letting us.
That's the build.
Thanks for letting us enjoy this wonderful event you got today.
Wow, this is spectacular. You guys make
Chase
it.
did a great job.
You guys make it. I know Jerry's listening. Maybe Terry is listening, but I always have to give a shout out.
They sent us their Wally.
Boys. The what?
They sent us their Wally from Dallas.
Did they?
And my granddaughter bought a car from them.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, again,
great.
Thanks to you, we got to meet the Emmons boys.
That's great. Well, I should buy a Wally from them. So
It's the only way you're going to get one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stan Holt, owner, founder of Lupe Tortilla, and thank you again. We love you. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcast from your favorite podcast provider. In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupe Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Hey, you're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Thanks for riding with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email anytime you want to. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for Jeff's Motor Minute.
Yeah, the Motor Minute comes to you from Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indiana. What I've done was I've taken some of the drivers and the people to watch and look after during the race. Now, we know that Penske is 1, 2, 3 on the pole, first row, all that good stuff. You got Sean McLaughlin's pole, Will Powers number 2, and then Joseph Newgarden is number 3, and they're all running in the 234 to 233 miles per hour. Kyle Larson from NASCAR is actually going to be in 5th place to start the Indy 500. He did a 232.8 to qualify. He's out with an Arrow McLaren. Now, guys to watch after that, you've got the Andretti Global, which is going to win. I don't care which driver in Andretti Global is going to do it, but they're going to win. Just telling you that right now. Put your money on Andretti Global. You got Kyle Kirkwood, Colton Herta, who's also a drummer, Marco Andretti, the son, and then Marcus Ericsson, who won last year. You got A.J. Foyt, the Texan. He's got Santino Ferrucci. He's driving Chevrolet at 232.6. And then check this name out. Stingray Robb.
Hell yeah, that's my boy.
Yep. And then, of course, you've got a lady, Catherine Ledge. She's driving a Honda for Dale Coyne Racing. So
I thought it was leg.
Legs. Ledge.
Leg. We're going to make it leg. What Mars? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No, she's got legs.
David finally woke up.
Catherine Legs.
Anyways, check it out. The cover starts at 11, pre-race, all that good stuff, and I think it goes until like midnight, something like that.
So I mentioned
chance of rain too.
I mentioned to Stan that we're ready for the next one. He says, well, hopefully it won't be this long next time between events, and we're hoping that that's not the case. I want to thank all of our friends that have come out today to participate not only in our show, but especially Tailpipes and Tacos. It's been a great event. I think that most of us, anyway, will agree that this has been the most popular event that we have been to at Tailpipes and Tacos, and we hope to keep that up. Thanks to Brad Thompson with God's Garage. He brought his crew with him and set up a shop out there in the parking lot. And,
lots of information, lots of good information.
Yep. So donate a car to him and God's Garage. We're going to continue the celebration here of Tailpipes and Tacos inside the Lupe Tortilla, where it's just about that much cooler than it is out here.
Well, you're down there in the sun. Down there on this end of the table, me and Mr. Woodard down here.
Don't you think that I haven't made mental note of that for next time? There's that. All right. We're going to wrap up today's show after a quick break here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, so we invite you to stay with us.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupe's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupe Tortilla. Lupe Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Okay, well, that's just about it from today's big event, Tailpipes and Tacos. We're headed back to the studio next week. We hope you'll join us then. And then in 2 weeks, we'll meet you from Granbury, Texas, and the Lone Star Street Rod Association.
Yeah.
So we hope that you'll join us for that as well. That is it for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check out our website, inwheeltime.com, that is. Hey, if you're not following us on Facebook, please do. Give us a like. Tell your friends about us. Share our stuff. We'll keep you posted on all the latest car stuff all week long. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 via the iHeartRadio app. Daily 30-minute podcasts are available from your favorite streaming provider. We post a new episode every day. And don't forget, we live stream this show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday from 8 to 11 a.m. Central Time. The In Wheel Time Sales and Video Technical Director is, we always need more, Jeff Zekin. For booking agent, video editor, and captain of the Neederville, Texas dance team, Mike Out of This World Mars, along with chief engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. We hope you join us next week. We'll be broadcasting from the Sugar Shack Studios once again before we head north to Granbury and the Lone Star Street Rod Association's yearly state run. Join us here on In Wheel Time Car Talk next Saturday, June 1st already.
Wow.
From 8 to 11 a.m. on all of our In Wheel Time Car Talk outlets. Have a great, safe weekend out there, and we'll see you next week.